Sometimes the hardest step in life is simply walking into a room where everyone else seems fearless. You look around and wonder, how did everyone else become so confident while you feel invisible? They laugh loudly, speak boldly, while your mind quietly asks a painful question: do I belong here? Your hands tremble slightly, not because you're weak, but because your mind believes danger is near. Across the room, someone speaks with confidence, and suddenly they look like they own the world. But standing in the crowd, you feel like an outsider watching a game you never learned. Confidence shines around others like light, while you stand quietly, hiding in the shadows. The noise of the room fades, and the loudest voice becomes the doubt inside your mind. Everyone seems comfortable here, except the one person questioning their own worth. And in that silent moment, a dangerous thought appears: maybe I don't belong here. Inside every human mind, two voices fight a battle no one else can see. One voice whispers courage, while the other slowly plants seeds of doubt. The problem is not that fear exists. The problem is when fear becomes louder than belief. You look into the mirror searching for answers, but the reflection only asks harder questions. Failure hasn't happened yet, but your mind already imagines the embarrassment. On one side stands the person you could become, on the other, the fear holding you back. Even in darkness, a small light of belief waits patiently to be chosen. Your brain becomes a battlefield where fear and courage fight for control. Stress tightens your chest, while hope quietly whispers, "You are stronger than this." Every life eventually reaches a crossroads, one road ruled by fear, the other by courage. Thousands of years ago, fear kept humans alive in a world full of danger. Our ancestors survived not because they were confident, but because they were cautious. Your brain still carries that ancient survival system, constantly scanning the world for threats. In the past, danger was a predator in the wild. Today it feels like speaking in public. The brain reacts the same way to social risk as it once did to physical danger. So before every challenge, your mind prepares you for a disaster that may never come. Your thoughts flash warning signals like alarms, even when no real danger exists. Standing before a crowd, your brain whispers the same ancient message: be careful. Fear surrounds you like shadows, even when the opportunity before you could change everything. And sometimes the greatest opportunities in life hide behind the door of fear. Courage often begins with a single breath taken just before stepping into the unknown. Sometimes confidence doesn't come naturally. Sometimes it begins as a simple act. You smile bravely, even though a storm of nervous thoughts rages inside your mind. Like an actor playing a king, confidence often begins as a performance. The audience believes the performance, and slowly, the actor begins believing it too. Stand tall long enough, and your body will begin teaching your mind what confidence feels like. In an empty room, a future speaker practices words the world has not heard yet. Confidence sometimes grows quietly in the reflection of a mirror. Before every victory, there is a moment of rehearsal no one else ever sees. One small change in posture can begin a powerful transformation. You step onto the stage pretending to be brave, but inside your eyes, determination quietly replaces fear. Sometimes pretending to be confident is the first step toward becoming confident. A mask of courage can slowly reshape the person wearing it. And the audience doesn't see your fear, they only see your strength. Scientists once discovered something surprising about the human body. A simple posture could change the chemistry inside your brain. Stand tall for just 2 minutes, and your body begins producing confidence. Confidence isn't always a feeling first. Sometimes it begins as a physical choice. Hormones shift quietly inside you, responding to the message your posture sends. Your body becomes a signal telling your brain whether you are powerful or afraid. A slouched posture whispers weakness to the mind, but a powerful stance declares something different. I am ready. Energy rises through the body as biology begins supporting belief. Confidence suddenly appears not from magic, but from posture. The difference between fear and confidence can sometimes be measured in body language. In a quiet laboratory, researchers watched confidence appear through simple movements. The transformation began with something small, standing tall. The body teaches the brain, and the brain reshapes the person, and slowly, confidence grows from within. Behind every confident speech, there was once a moment of fear backstage. Before entering the room, even successful people take deep breaths. Your hands shake, but your courage refuses to step back. You walk toward the stage carrying both fear and determination. Bravery is not the absence of fear. It is the decision to move anyway. A confident smile can hide 1,000 nervous thoughts. Step by step, courage begins replacing hesitation. Even great speakers once prepared notes with trembling hands. Alone behind the curtain, a future leader gathers courage. In your mind, you imagine success before anyone else believes it. The first step toward bravery is simply stepping forward. Outside you look calm, inside a battle still rages. But courage always grows stronger than fear. You walk to the podium, and the room becomes silent. And with one deep breath, the journey truly begins. Confidence doesn't appear suddenly, it grows through small victories. One idea shared, one fear conquered, one voice finally heard. A raised hand in a meeting can be the beginning of a new identity. Daily habits quietly build the courage others admire. Eye contact becomes stronger, and so does your belief. Words flow slower now, but they carry more power. Every small success becomes another step upward. The victories may look small, but they feel enormous. Risk by risk, confidence begins rewriting your story, and suddenly you realize you are no longer the same person. People start listening differently when confidence enters your voice. The shy version of you slowly fades into memory. Respect grows naturally around those who believe in themselves. Confidence spreads like light, inspiring others to believe as well. The person you once feared becoming is now who you are. Every day becomes another practice in courage, and the fear that once controlled you now feels small. You walk through the same crowd, but this time you belong. Your voice reaches people who once intimidated you, and confidence grows like a tree from a tiny seed. One day, you stand before thousands, and fear no longer controls you. The applause echoes, but only you remember the silent struggles. You walk through the crowd now with calm, unshakable confidence. Looking back, you realize fear was only part of the journey. Your courage becomes a guide for others still trapped by doubt. A new sunrise appears, and with it, a new version of you. The shy voice of yesterday has become the powerful voice of today. The bridge between fear and confidence was built one brave step at a time. You smile, remembering the battles nobody else ever saw. Now people look at you for leadership. The chains of self-doubt finally fall away. You stand on the mountain of progress, stronger than ever. And now you offer courage to someone who once felt like you. Confidence is no longer an act. It is who you became. You move through life freely, no longer hiding from opportunity. Every step forward proves that fear was never the enemy. Light finally replaces the shadows of doubt. Your ideas now carry the power you once feared. The world sees your confidence, but only you know the journey. You smile proudly because growth was never easy. The person who once doubted everything now believes in possibility, and your voice begins inspiring others. You help others cross the same bridge you once feared. The future now opens before you like an endless road, and the greatest truth remains: confidence was never given to you, you built it.